Okay, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to set up and create a VPN on your server, as well as afterwards let we're gonna allow access to a user to use the VPN. So without further ado, let's begin. First things first, we need to, as always, add role and feature into the server. So we're gonna select add roles and features. So pull this up. We're gonna click next. It's another role-based installation. You're gonna select your server. In this case, I only have one, so I'll select this one. And we're gonna scroll down, and we're gonna select the feature remote access. So we're gonna tick that box. We're just gonna give it a moment for it to finish, and now we can press next. We're not gonna add another feature to it, so we're just gonna press next again. Remote access, deploy VPN, deploy web application proxies. Now just press next. Right, select roles. We're gonna add this direct access and VPN. So we're gonna add this feature, and we don't need the routing or web application in this case. So I'm just gonna press next again. Press next again. Bold bases, nothing needs to change here, so I'll just press next. And now I'll just press install, and I'll skip ahead to when the installation is finished. Okay, so now that the installation is finished, we're going to open the Get Started wizard. Okay, so now that it came up, we have three different options, and in this case, since we're only going to be deploying the VPN, that's what we're going to click exactly here. Deploy VPN only. Select this. And now this window will pop up, showing us a server with a little red icon. That red icon indicates that the VPN is not up right now. So in that case, we need to right click on this, and we need to configure and enable routing and remote access. So click on that. Now it brings up this wizard, and we're just going to follow through it. So click next, and we're going to click on custom configuration. Press next again. The service we want to enable is the VPN access. Next, and we're going to click finished. And now as an access tags me to start the service, and that's just exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. So now that the service started up, you can now see the icon change from red to green, meaning that the VPN is now up. So now that the VPN is now up, it's time to allow users access to the VPN. So we could just I'm just gonna minimize that, close this, close this again, because we already got that. Now we're gonna go click on tools, click on Active Directory User and Computers. Okay, and now we're gonna click on users. In this case, it was already clicked for me. So you have the option now if you want to create a new user and allow that user to have access to the VPN. But for time's sake, I'm gonna save some time and take one of my existing users and just give them access to it. So I feel I'm gonna just use my own name. So I'm gonna click on a user. In this case, I pick my name, Jason Ramjatan. Click on properties, and I'm gonna click on the dial-in tab. And if you look on the network access permission, right now set to control access through NPS network policy. We're changing this, set this option, and changing it to allow access. Then when I click apply and OK. So now that this user has a connection to the VPN. So now we're gonna move from the server to a client machine. So let me just unpause this machine. Input the control delete switch user and sign into the user that has access to the VPN. Right, that's the password, and I'll skip ahead to when it finished boots up. Now that the client machine finished boot up, you're gonna right click on your this, open network and sharing center, and we're going to set up a new connection or network. So I'm just gonna select this. So I had the hold on a second. Right, so we're going to select the option connect to a workplace because it has the option to set up a VPN connection. So we're going to select that, and we're going to use my internet connection, a VPN. So I'm going to click that. We'll set up the internet connection later. So now it's going to ask for the internet address. The internet address is basically the IP address of your server. So in my case, my server IP address is 192.168.0.1, and you could name it. So in this case, I'm going to name it the name of the server, but aka the domain name, which is server 2019 VPN. And we're going to select the option allow other people to use this connection. This option allows anyone with access to this computer to use this connection. I'm going to right click that, and we're going to tick the box. It's going to ask me to log in as an administrator, so I'm just going to enter the credentials, and now we press next. Now it's asking for a username and a password. The username and the password you're going to enter is the same username and password for this user. So the username for this is basically Jason Ramjatan at server2019.com. So again, that's your username and your domain, and then your password. Let me just enter the password again one last time. I don't think I entered correctly the first time. And it's optional to enter the domain, so in this case I won't, because we only have one domain. So I could create. And now the connection is ready to use. So you need to set up the internet connection before you connect. So I'm just going to click close. And I want to change adapter settings. And now you see here we have the VPN, so we're actually going to connect to that. It's going to request the username, so let's just enter the same thing as I did before. And enter the password. 1. And now we're going to connect. Also, I apologize if you heard any weird noises in the background. That's my cat. he wants some attention right now, and I'm kind of busy, so he's just in the background. And now, as you can see, we're connected to the VPN. So that will conclude the end of this video. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the last video, which is going to show you how to create group policies and mandatory profiles.